Okay, so first thing you want to do when you're preparing your pack is to actually empty out your entire bag. And everybody's pack is a little different. So mine has this little like bottom compartment that I can actually like close off here. But for this purpose, I'm actually going to leave it open. I would highly recommend having a bladder. It's easy to drink when you're hiking as well. So once your bag is empty, you're actually going to want to loosen up all of your straps to make it as big as possible. And since I don't have a rain fly for my pack, I'll actually use a contractor's bag for all the stuff that I don't want to get wet. Should it rain or anything happen. This is also nice to have in your tent as well, because if it rains and your tent is prone to leaking or whatever, you can put all the stuff that you want to keep dry in this bag and it should keep it nice and dry. Make it nice and open. Now, when I'm packing this, the things that I'm trying to account for are the things that I'm going to need immediately, things that I don't need until later in the day once I get to wherever the camp it is that we're going to set up, as well as weight distribution. You want to try and put some weight at the bottom and kind of in the middle towards your shoulders as well. So once you like have kind of like your main stuff, you can stuff around whatever that is. So the main things that I don't want to get wet and the things that I don't need right away are going to be my clothes, my camp clothes, my underwear, my socks, any type of comfortable clothes. I do like to be comfortable, so you know, I would recommend bringing more clothes than just your work clothes to kind of hang out in, especially when you're going out for 8 nights at a time. And I typically will have a fresh pair for hiking in and then hiking out, and then I'll have a pair for every 2 days. So I should wear the same pair of socks 2 days in a row and swap them out that way. Let's see. So, I mean, I do the roll-up method like that, and just start stuffing it down. Got a t-shirt, a long sleeve, overly cautious just in case it's cold. A pair of pants or shorts, depending on the type of weather that you're getting into. It's always a good idea to check out the weather before you get going. Again, overly cautious, just have a little pair of leggings here. And then my socks, underwears. I always like to bring a pair of wool socks just to have at camp to keep cozy. My work shirt. An extra pair of work pants as well. So that's kind of the clothes that I'll bring. Pretty simple. I mean, not going super hard or anything like that. I mean, choose your own comfort level depending on who you are. Next will be my sleeping system. I actually have a sleeping liner, which is super nice. It's like a sheet. If it's on really hot days, I'll just honestly just sleep in this without a sleeping bag. Don't want that to get wet. And again, once I set up my tent, I'll then set up my sleeping area, so that'll be kind of the next thing I'll want in there. Sleeping pad. Some people have maybe foam pads. You might put that in between the brain and your actual bag, but this one's pretty compact, so I'll put it in here as well. Let's see what else. for this, I'll just put my sleeping bag in here also. Again, one of those things when you're getting to camp, you now have an extra stuff sack to put like toiletries and stuff in there also. And then I'll just stuff this in there because I'm bougie. I'll just bring a pillow too. This one's really nice because it folds into itself. And that's kind of it for that. And then next would be my tent. Definitely don't want to get that wet. So I'll start with my rain fly. And then my actual tent itself. And I would highly recommend putting anything that you really don't want to lose. I've lost stuff on trail in here as well. This, you could even put your stakes in a zipper kind of bag too. And then that's kind of it for the things that I don't want to get wet. So some other kind of important things that you want on hand would be your rain gear, just in case you need to whip it out. So I'll probably kind of feel around to see where I have room and just like start stuffing stuff. Or if I want it like super accessible, if it's like a super rainy day, I might just put it there. And for the items that I definitely don't want to lose because we're going out to do work will be my gloves, iPro. Probably stuff that in here also. Some things that I'll have on hand are my headlamp that is charged, most importantly, and then extra chargers. Probably don't need the cords for it, just to keep phones charged for alarms or whatever also. As well as I like crosswords, so I'll bring out a crossword book too, maybe a book or something like that. Perhaps you really want to have a place to chill. Maybe you have a tiny foldable chair that you could also pack easily. Maybe you pack a hammock too as well. It's just kind of like what you can fit. You know, thinking of all of this stuff plus your group stuff as well. You know, what can you fit in your bag? My bag has a brain, so I'll actually put anything that smells in here on the outside of it as well. So I've got, I wear glasses. I like to be able to wipe my face or my hands, so I have a rag, soap, contact stuff, toothpaste, deodorant, contact case, and then an extra pair of contacts, as well as a hairbrush too. So that will go on top, and then you'll want to take your tent poles and actually put it on the outside of your bag. That way it saves space on the inside. Another thing you'll want to keep on hand too is if you come to a stream crossing and it's quite high, a pair of shoes that you can strap to the outside of your bag as well. You'll want to make sure these are pretty sturdy, like closed toes, so you don't hurt your toe on any rocks that you can't see. something I like to keep, I don't know if y'all do this, but I have a bag that I usually put like dirty undies or socks or something just to keep them a little separate. So I'll throw that in there somewhere too. I do like to bring a towel as well if my tent gets wet or if I need to wash my feet in the creek or something like that. This one's super compactable as well. So I might throw that in the non-wet portion of the bag. I had my Leatherman somewhere. I would probably pack a Leatherman just in case you need a knife or anything like that. I think that's kind of it for like the essentials. You know, after this, it's just kind of like, as you can see, there's space in here. You got your outside pockets. There's definitely, well, with this pack specifically, there's a lot of room on top as well to kind of stuff some of that extra stuff. And then you can close everything up nice and tight. And then if you have a brain, you can also put like stuff in the middle there as well to kind of cinch it down also. I would probably hang my shoes on the outside of my pack as well. That's kind of how I would do that. And then through all of those bags, again, now I have like extra stuff stacks that I can put my personal items in the bear hang if I need to. Maybe you need an extra bag for food or something like that. You can always use these extra bags.